Hey there. Let me know in the comments who's here. I'm not sure if anyone's here, so I want to know if I should teach class. So leave a comment and let me know who's here. Or if you have my phone number, send me a message there, maybe. So we need 2 blocks for class today. Let's see. Alyssa, hi. Thanks for letting me know. I was not sure. It's been a little chill this summer. Welcome. Thanks for being here. I am happy and would love to teach. But yeah, grab 2 blocks, have your mat. I just want to check that you can see. I'm in a new place. I'm still in Park City. And yeah, it's a little bit darker in here. Not the best, but I think it works. Let's go ahead and get started. So come to your mat and take one of your 2 blocks and set it up. Set yourself up in a seated Virasana. Yeah, so knees come forward, ankles reach back behind you. Just take the hands and let them rest on the lap. Allow the eyes to close. And just notice those first couple breaths coming in and out, that allow the body to slow down, to kind of turn inward, allowing yourself to arrive. And continue to settle in. Most of June, I was feeling like pretty depressed. And as we're entering, I mean, we're kind of 2 weeks into a new month, but as this new month has begun, I've started to feel that heaviness or weight start to lighten a little bit. And, I could attribute this to a bunch of things like, it's sunny, it's like summertime, there's like distance from some of the things that again, externally feel difficult. But at the same time, when you look at like the facts, all of those things are the same, essentially. Like all the external things are the same. If you look at like COVID, for example, there's probably more cases per day, new cases per day, than there were in June and all the months before that. The civil rights movement is still happening, and while there's been some progress and conversations, nothing major has really like shifted and changed. And so if those were the things that were making me like, whether I deserve to feel depressed about it or not, whether those things were the reason for kind of feeling bad, or like the reasons why I was feeling, kind of heavy, that's not like, those things are the same. So like, what else could it be? So I want to offer this idea that like firstly, recognizing that like the thoughts determine the emotions. Our thoughts determine how we feel about something. And so if everything on the outside is pretty much the same, something on the inside had to change. So I want to offer to you the idea today of the possibility that the thoughts can change, that the thoughts aren't concrete, that we have the ability to change our thoughts, and that ultimately nothing external, whether it changes or stays the same, can ever have control over the thoughts that we tell ourselves about like how we're going to feel, how we're going to respond. I just found this particular example interesting for me because usually we were like, oh, something got better on the outside and now I feel okay. And we do that. It's like tricky in that way where it can lead us to believe or kind of like trick us into thinking that like if stuff on the outside changes, then I can feel better. But ultimately that feeling of relief or that feeling of feeling better doesn't really last that long. There's then like another thing on the outside that pisses us off or makes us sad or angry or whatever. And then we like start the whole process over again. So if you're feeling this way too, like maybe you feel a little bit lighter, maybe you recognize the fact that nothing on the outside's changed, but maybe there's something on the inside. And if you're feeling still really heavy and like a little bit of depression, like I think it's fairly normal to kind of feel a little lost right now. Consider the fact that the thoughts are not concrete. Again, consider the fact that the thoughts are not set in stone. They are malleable. So you can rest in the fact that things will shift again. Things will change. And we don't really have a guarantee. Well, we do with our thoughts, but like things could get worse or better. But it will change. If you decide to start changing the thoughts, the feeling on the inside can be better. So if your eyes are still closed, let them open and then lift yourself up off your block and just put both blocks at the front of the mat. Come to sit down in a Tadasana, extend the legs long in front of you. And then hug the right knee into the chest and take the leg to half Virasana. So the right heel comes outside the right hip. And then lean back on the hand. So create some space for the hips and just take the left foot into kind of a squat. Let the left knee fall to the left. And then should create some more space for the hips. You might be able to sit up and walk the hands forward. So just folding a little bit forward here. You might feel this in the left hip a little bit more. And then walk the hands more over to the left. And you're going to probably feel this a little bit less in the hips. It'll take pressure off the hips if that felt hard. And we want more of an opening in the left side of the body. Breathing in. Breathing out. Walk the hands back to center so the hands and the shoulders are in line with the shin. And then walk the hands up. Lean back once again. Bring your right knee in line with your left. So you're stacking the legs and then open like a clamshell to Bada Kanasana. Take the hands behind you and lift the hips up. Let the hips dangle for a moment. Find some traction in the low back and then set the hips down a little bit closer to the heels. And then Tadasana. Hug the left knee into the chest. Lean over to the right and find half Virasana. So the heel comes outside the seat. Lean all the way back here. If this is hard for you to sit like this, leaning back will help. And then just bend the right knee and step the foot down right next to the left knee. So you've got like a half squat. And then let the right knee fall to the right. It should create more space. Come forward, walk the hands forward. And then walk the hands more to the right. So find a nice big opening in the left side. Breathing in. Breathing out. Walk the hands back to center. So hands are in front of right shin. And then walk the hands back. Lean back into it a little bit. No strain here. And left knee comes towards the right knee. And then clamshell open to Bada Kanasana. Take the hands behind you. Lift the hips up. Let them dangle for a moment. Find the traction in the low back. Yeah, should feel pretty good. And then reach the hips a little bit closer to the heels and set them down. Lean back. Find Tadasana. And then cross right ankle over the left, roll over the feet, and then find downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal the feet out. Press through the hands. Find length in the sides of the body. Shake the head no. Open and close the mouth here. Good. And then find a little stillness. Breathe in and lift your right leg up. Breathe out. Step the foot forward between the hands. Press your left hand down and exhale. Lift your right arm up. Breathing in. Breathing out, reach the arm up and over the ear. Breathing in. Breathing out, take the hand back down to the mat. Drop your left knee underneath your left hip, and then pick up your right foot and step it all the way back behind you, supported side plank. Breathe in, breathe out, lift the right hand up. Inhale here. Exhale, reach the arm over the ear, supported side plank. Really find a nice long line of energy on the whole right side of the body. Good, and then take the right hand back up. Swivel the left shin behind you. Use the obliques to lift yourself up to the arms. Exhale, right hand slides down the right leg, Virasana gate pose. Reach the left hand up and over towards the right, look to the left. Breathing in, breathing out, cartwheel the hands to the mat. Step to plank pose, inhale. Exhale, elbows bend straight back, lower to belly. Untuck the toes, lift the head and the chest, cobra pose, inner legs squeeze together. Exhale, press yourself up and find downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step the foot forward, low lunge. Press through the right hand, breathe in. Breathe out, left arm lifts up, supported side plank. Inhale here. Yeah, keep pressing through that back heel. Exhale, reach the left arm up and over the ear. Breathing in. Breathing out, circle the hand to the mat. Take the right knee to the mat underneath the right hip. Pick up your left foot and slide it all the way back behind you. So you're in a supported side plank. Right hand, right knee, right foot are in line with the left arch. Breathe in. Breathe out, left hand reaches up. Inhale here. And then exhale, take the arm over the ear. Breathe in to take the gaze up. Breathe out, take the hand back and turn your right shin behind you. Use the belly. Maybe you come to the pads of the fingers first and then lift yourself up to the arm. Exhale, left hand slides down the left leg. Right arm reaches up and over the ear. Breathing in, look over to the right. Breathing out, cartwheel the hands to the mat, step to plank pose. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, lower to the belly. Untuck the toes, lift the head and the chest. Elbows pull back for cobra pose. And then just wiggle the torso side to side. I really like the chest. If you had a flashlight on the chest, you'd be shining it kind of into the corners. And just notice which side of your back lifts a little bit more when you engage for a cobra pose. And then even it out. On your next exhale, press yourself to downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal out the feet a few more times. Shake the head, yes. And shake the head, no. Open and close the mouth. And then turn the pedaling of the feet into little steps. Taking your time, you're coming towards the front of the mat. Eventually, you'll have to come to the pads of the fingers to make a little bit more room, most of us. When you get to the top, breathe in, take a half lift, hands to shins. Exhale, hands come to the waist. See the tailbone, rise all the way up to stand, and heel toe the feet together. Hands come by the sides. Find a solid Tadasana. Find the foundation. Fingertips reach down towards the ground. Gather the hands in front of your heart center and let the eyes close. And bring to mind, see if you can bring to mind a story that you kind of tell yourself that's not true. Kind of continuing to work with this theme and this idea that like sometimes that the thoughts, even if they're false, like the thoughts are not facts. They're not always really like true or right. And I just want you to start to notice these stories that like aren't true or that might be like a little bit harmful. They affect how we feel. They affect they determine the emotions, and then we feel that in our body. We feel that everywhere, and it affects how we live, how we respond, how we relate to other people, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Everything starts on the inside. Everything starts in the mind. It's a lot, I know, but just for now, bring yourself to like a thing that you tell yourself that you kind of know, like there's one part of your mind that says it, part of you believes it, and then the other half of your mind hears it and they're like, I know that's not true, but it feels true. Just notice that. And we're just going to continue working again with this we're working with the idea of possibility, trying to open the body in ways to find that the possibility that the minds, the thoughts are not concrete. Let the eyes open and take the hands by the sides. Arms reach up and overhead. Interlace all the fingers except for the index finger. Wiggle the sides of the waist. Inhale. Exhale, reach the fingers over to the right. Keep pressing the outer edge of that left foot down. Breathing in. Breathing out, come back to center. Inhale, wiggle sides of waist long again. Exhale, reach the fingers over to the left. This time, press the outer edge of the right foot down. Breathing in. Breathing out, come back to center and release the hands down. Reach the arms forward and up. Look up and see the hands touch. Exhale, soften the knees and fold over the legs. Breathe in, half lift. Breathe out, plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, come to plank pose, look forward. Exhale, lower the knees, arch the back, lower the chest and the chin. Untuck toes, press the shins down and slide forward. Breathe in for cobra. Elbows pull back. Exhale, downward facing dog. 5 breaths here. Settle in. Press through the hands. Through the index finger and the thumb. Turn the triceps towards the floor. Armpits pull up and in. Side waist is super long here. Relax the head. Keep the neck soft and supple. That's 2. 3, don't try to sync your breath with mine. I'm just counting kind of arbitrarily here to keep time. Just keep breathing naturally and normally. 4. On your this next exhale, you're going to lift the heels, bend the knees, and look forward between the hands. Step or jump to the front of the mat. When you arrive, half lift. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, soften knees, hands reach to the sides and up. Look up and see the hands touch. Head falls back a little. Virasana. Exhale, hands pull through center. Tadasana. Inhale, arms reach up. Right hand crabs, left wrist. Breathe in and wiggle the waist long. Breathe out, tuck your left toe behind your right foot and reach the hand over to the right. Breathing in. Try to keep the hips facing forward here. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathe out, come back to center, release the hands. Inhale, sit hips low, arms reach up, chair pose. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, right foot steps back, low lunge. Breathe in, left foot steps back, plank pose, look forward. Breathe out, lower halfway for chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in and lift your right leg. Breathe out, step the foot forward and spin your back heel down. Arms reach to the sides and up, warrior 1. Find the hands in the center. See the hands meet, look up. Bend through the front knee and press the outer edge of your back foot. Breathing in. Breathing out, hands come to the mat. Flip up your back heel and drop your back knee down. Breathe in and look forward. Breathe out, shift the hips back, toe flips up. Inhale, again, look forward. Exhale, fold over the leg, half split. Maybe the hands come to blocks if they don't reach, yeah. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, bend your right knee, tuck your back toe, lift the back knee. Breathe out, straighten out your right leg. So a pyramid variation here. Fold over the leg. Inhale, soften the front knee and step the left foot forward, half lift. Exhale, fold over the legs. Breathe in, sit hips low, arms reach up, chair pose. Exhale, stand up, Tadasana. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, left hand touches the right wrist. Breathe in and wiggle the sides of the waist long. Breathe out, right toe tucks behind left foot. Reach hand over to the left. Breathing in. Breathing out, big openness in the right side of the body. Breathing in. Breathing out, come back to center, release the hands. Inhale, sit hips low, arms reach up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, left foot steps back. Look forward, breathe in, right foot steps back, plank pose. Breathe out, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in and lift your left leg up. Breathe out, step the foot forward and spin your back heel down. Breathe in, arms reach to the sides and up, warrior 1. See the hands touch. Bend more to the front knee. Press the outer edge of the back foot. Wiggle sides of waist long. Exhale, hands come to the mat. Flip up your back heel and drop your knee down underneath the right hip. Look forward, inhale. Exhale, shift the hips back, half split, left leg long. You don't have to straighten out this left leg. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out and fold over the left leg. Let the head fall heavy. Breathe and bend the knee, tuck your back toes, low lunge. Breathe out, just straighten left leg any amount, pyramid variation, and fold. Inhale, soften knee again, step right foot forward next to the left. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, sit hips low, arms reach up, chair pose. Exhale, stand up, find Tadasana. Hug the right knee into the chest. Open the knee to the side and set up for tree pose. The inner edge of the right foot presses against the left leg. Gather the hands in front of the heart. Find a non-moving spot for your gaze. When you feel steady, find lots of steadiness and security in this base leg, your left leg. When you're ready, inhale and reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, the back of the right hand comes to the inner edge of the right knee, and then the left arm reaches up and over towards the left. Side bending tree if it's available. You might play with taking the gaze to the left. Use the pressing down of the left foot to find stability here. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, carry the right knee forward, extend the leg, and release everything. Press through the right foot to lift the left knee into the chest. Exhale, open the knee to the side and set up for tree pose. Gather hands in front of the heart. Find yourself, land, arrive. Breathe in, reach the arms up and overhead when you feel ready or steady. Exhale, back of left hand comes to the inner edge of the left knee. Right hand reaches up and over to the left. Gaze, you can play with the gaze by taking it to the right. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out, come back to center. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, carry left knee forward, extend the leg, and release everything. Come to the mat. Heel to the feet, hip width distance, just eyeball it for now. Hands come to the waist. Breathe in. Breathe out, soften the knees, and fold over the legs. Measure 2 fists between the big toes, and then catch the big toes with the first 3 fingers. Breathe in and wiggle the sides of the waist long. Breathe out, elbows pull in opposite directions. As you pull the toes forward, Tadasana, head falls all the way heavy. Really let the head fall. Try not to, we tend to want to like hold it up and we're kind of looking at our feet and our ankles, making sure everything's aligned, but just let the head go. As if those negative thought patterns were just rolling off your back, okay? Open and close the mouth. Keep the eyes soft. Can you have strength in the legs and softness in the face? Can both things be true at once? Stay with your breath. Breathe in, look forward, release the toes. Breathe out, heel toe the feet together. Take a half lift, hands to shins. Exhale, plant the hands and prepare. Look forward, breathe out, step or jump to chaturanga. Land with bent arms. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips lift, downward facing dog. Breathe in, right leg lift. Breathe out, step the foot forward between the hands and tap your back knee down. Inhale, arms reach to the sides and up, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, take a block and place it outside your right hip. Right fingertips are going to come to the block. Left arm reaches up and over to the right. Breathing in. Keep letting the hips sink down. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale, come back to Anjaneyasana. Both arms reach up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Tuck your back toes. Lift your back knee. Inhale, one-legged plank. Right leg reaches back. Turn to the outer edge of your left foot and then step the inner edge of your right foot right behind the left heel. Right arm reaches up. Side plank variation. Look up at the right thumb. Breathe in. Breathe out. Come back to plank pose. Inhale, down dog split. Right leg lift. Exhale, low lunge. Take this block and place it about 6 to 8 inches behind your right heel. Breathe in to look forward. Breathe out, left shin comes forward. Sit your right seat on the block. Yeah, so you're kind of in a, this doesn't have a name. I'm not going to try to make one up. right now. So wiggle the left heel to the side. I have one teacher that calls this gracias. I actually don't know the background or the story behind it, but we can call it that if you want. Okay, left heel comes outside the left hip a little bit. Take the hands to the ball of your right foot, and then pick up the foot and pull the knee in towards the chest, and allow that to help you like sit up a little bit taller. You have to lean forward to pick up the knee. So find more neutrality in the spine, and then lift the foot any amount. Maybe you're coming halfway, maybe you're coming, you know, a fourth, like 25%, 50%, 75%, or maybe you straighten the leg all the way. Keep lifting the chest. This is called Heron's pose, Heron's pose, like the bird on a block. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and then bend the knee on the exhale. Hands frame the knee and the leg, lift the hips up, and step your left foot back behind you. Move the block to the side, tap your left knee down, and shift the hips back for half split. This time, walk the hands over to the right. Breathing in. So we're getting a little bit of opening in the right hamstring and an opening in the left side of the body. Let the head fall heavy for a moment. Come back to center, straighten the front foot. Come back to the low lunge, tuck left toes, lift left knee. Inhale for plank pose, look forward. Exhale, lower halfway for chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in and lift your left leg. Breathe out, step forward, low lunge, and just drop your right knee to the mat. Inhale, arms reach to the sides and up, Anjaneyasana. Really find length on the sides of the waist here for just a breath, breathing in. And then we're gonna take our block outside the left hip. On the exhale, left hand comes to the block, right arm reaches up and over to the left. The gaze can go to the right. Let the hips sink down, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. Next, inhale, arms come up. Exhale, hands come to the mat. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. One-legged plank, left foot shoots back. Turn to the outer edge of your right foot and then put the inner edge of your left foot right behind that. Left arm reaches up, side plank variation. Look up with the left thumb. Breathing in. Breathing out, come back to a plank pose. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step the foot forward, low lunge. Take this block, put it 6 to 8 inches behind that heel. Look forward, inhale. Exhale, slide the right shin forward for gracias. And then wiggle the heel so it's just a little bit outside of the seat. So the right booty will kind of hang off the block and then the heel's just outside of that. Take hands to the ball of the foot so the thumbs are on that bony top part of your foot. Lift the foot up and pull the knee into the chest first. And then feel stable. Always important, ground down first, and then take it to 25, to 50, to 75. Maybe you straighten the leg all the way. Keep reaching the sternum up towards the toe, towards the foot. The chin can lift a little bit too. Breathing in, breathing out. One more cycle, stay with it. Where are your thoughts? Just notice, and exhale, bend the knee, take the foot down. Frame the legs with the hands, lift the feet up and step back to low lunge. Drop your right knee down underneath the hip and shift the hips back, half split, move the block away. This time, both hands walk over to the left and let the head fall heavy. Breathing in, breathing out. Come back to center. Find a low lunge, tuck back toes, lift back knee. Look forward as their left foot steps back, breathe in plank pose. Breathe out, lower halfway, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward and move the hands a little bit closer together. Breathe in to lift the heels. Breathe out, bend the knees, look forward, jump the feet outside the hands for Yogi Squats. Hands come to press in front of the sternum or the chest. Use the elbows to press the knees away. Take your left fingertips outside your left toes, arm stays inside the knee, and then the right arm reaches up. Breathing in, breathing out, come back to center, hands press for a moment. And then right fingertips reach outside right knee, Right arm stays inside the knee, and then exhale, left arm reaches up. Yeah, find spaciousness. See and find the possibility. Come back to center. Press through the feet, come to stand all the way up, look up, see the hands touch overhead, and then find Tadasana. Whew. Feel the feet press into the mat. Hug the right knee into the chest. And then right hand comes inside the right knee, catch the right big toe. Left hand comes to left waist. Inhale, extend the leg forward any amount. Breathe out, open the leg to the side. Left arm can come to the left. Press down through your left foot here. Breathing in. Breathing out. Another cycle here, in and out. Carry the leg forward. Left arm reaches up. Keep the right leg lifted. Right arm reaches up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Bend the knee and flex the foot. Everything releases for Tadasana. Hug the left knee into the chest. Left hand comes inside the left knee. Catch the big toe. Right hand comes to right waist. Inhale, extend the leg. Exhale, open the leg to the left. Right arm reaches to the left. Utthita Hasta Padangustasana. Stay here. Keep breathing. Carry the leg forward. Right arm reaches up. Left arm reaches up. Breathe in here with the leg extended. Breathe out. Bend the knee. Release. Arms come to the side. Heel toe the feet. If you need to shake it out, do that. Heel toe the feet so that they're hip width distance. Just eyeball it again here. Hands come to the waist. Breathe in. Breathe out. Soften the knees and fold over the legs. This time we're sliding the hands underneath the feet. Toes come towards the wrist. Fingertips come towards the heels. Breathe in to wiggle the sides of the waist long, and then breathe out and fold over the legs. Let the toes press into that fleshy part of the thumb connection. Head falls all the way heavy. See again if you could completely let go of the head. Open and close the mouth. Soften the eyes, soften the inner ears. Tadasana. That's 3, 4, 5. Inhale and look forward. Release the hands from the feet. Press the hands down. And then heel toe the feet together. Knees go wide. Heels lift so that the feet can come towards the heels. And then sink the hips and the heels back down towards the mat. They're probably not going to touch, or the heels won't touch. Definitely not the hips. And then walk the hands forward. We're coming to Yogi Squat Malasana. Just let the knees kind of flop open to the side. There's no need to contain them right now. Breathing in. Breathing out, and then take the hands back underneath the shoulders. Lift the hips up. Separate the feet a little bit, more like the toes are kind of right behind the wrist here. Lift the heels, take the knees to the backs of the arms, look forward, and take crow pose. Yeah, and if you're not working on crow today, just put weight into the hands. Keep looking forward. Keep coming to the very tip of the toe. And then we're all going to find our way back to downward facing dog. If you have it in your practice to shoot the legs back, do so on an exhale and then take up dog and down dog. Or you're going to step back after lifting the hips and find downward facing dog. Let's take one more cycle of breath for everyone to find downward facing dog. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, step the foot forward and spin your back heel down. So the heels are like a little bit more in line here. Take a block on the lowest or medium setting outside right foot. Right hand comes to the block. On your exhale, left arm reaches up and all the way over side angle A. See if you can get this right thigh bone parallel to the floor. Keep pulling the right hip up and underneath the torso. Keep pressing the outer edge of the back foot. Gaze can peek up and underneath the left armpit. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, use the belly a little bit. Lift yourself to warrior 2. Exhale, arrive. Breathe in, right arm reaches up and back, tip back, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to the mat. Move the block to the side. One-legged plank. Right foot shoots back. Turn to the outer edge of your left foot. Tap your right toe behind you. Lift the hips, rock star pose. Right arm reaches up and back. And breathe in. Breathe out, plank pose. Inhale, down dog split, right leg lifts. Breathe out, step the foot forward between the hands, low lunge. This time, left knee comes outside the right foot. Sit down in a seated spinal shape. Either stay here or let the right knee fall on top of the left for Gomukhasana in the legs. And then you always have an option to put a block under the seat. Take your right hand to the right. Left arm reaches up and over to the right as well. Gaze can go to the left. Yeah, make sure for sure that this left hip stays planted on the ground. Then you can play a little with bending the right elbow. Maybe it reaches all the way to the floor, but try not to just crunch like super hard. Like we want to open the left side of the body, but not completely at the expense of the right body quite yet. So see if you can still find length reaching up and over. And then I kind of like to bend the elbow like halfway. That's my sweet spot most days. But test it out, see what feels right. Sometimes letting the elbow drop all the way is what you need. See if you can just keep finding length in both sides. And then come back to center, breathe in. Breathe out, just arrive here for a moment. Pause. What are the thoughts? Have they shifted and changed at all? Is that false story that was in our mind? Does it feel different at all? It might not. Just notice, just check in. Lean back, uncross the legs, find Bada Kanasana. And then I'm going to turn to face you. You can also turn the long ways on your mat. Catch the outer edges of the knees and find Upavista Konasana. So legs come wide legs straddle. Yeah. Take the hands behind you and just press down into the hands so that you can feel that space from the inner armpit all the way down to the hip point. While we're here, take a look at the knees and make sure they're pointing up towards the ceiling. Same with the feet and the toes. From here, flip your right hand up and place the forearm inside the leg. Left arm reaches up and over the ear. Stay with the gaze forward, kind of at your camera or video, or you can take the gaze up and underneath and kind of let this lean back a little bit. Try to do that without clenching the teeth or the jaw. Breathe in, come back to center, and then we'll go the other way. Flip the left hand, take the arm inside the leg, and then reach the right arm up and over the ear. Try to keep, more weight's gonna come into the left hip, but we want the right hip to be touching the ground too. And then same thing here. If you have tight neck stuff, keep the gaze forward. Otherwise, boop, peek up towards the ceiling. And keep reaching the right fingertips up and over. Inhale, come back to center. Hands come behind you, lean back and find Bada Kanasana again. I like to use my hands on the outer edges of my knees. Fold the left knee towards the right and plant the hands, come to plank pose. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, stay here. Breathe in. Breathe out, roll over the feet and find downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step the foot forward and spin your back heel down. Take a block outside the foot. Place left hand into the block. Exhale, right arm reaches up and overhead, side angle A. See if you can parallel your left thigh to the mat and then tuck the left seat up and underneath you. Keep pressing the outer edge of your back foot. On your next inhale, lift yourself up slowly, warrior two. Exhale, find the gaze. Inhale, tip back, reverse warrior, left arm reaches up and back. Exhale, cartwheel the hands to the mat. Inhale, one-legged plank, left foot shoots back. Exhale, turn to the outer edge of the right foot, bend the left knee, tap the toe behind you, lift the hips up, rock star pose. Breathing in. Breathing out, come back to plank pose. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step the foot forward between the hands. Right knee comes forward, outside left foot, sit the hips down into seated spinal, and then move that into Gomukhasana if it's available, or Gomukhasana on a block. Hands come to the sides, right arm reaches up and over as the left hand reaches away from you. And then find that variation of maybe a soft bend in the left elbow. Maybe the elbow comes all the way to the floor. Gaze can go towards the right. Inhale, come back to center. Just sit and let the spine come back to neutral for a moment. Check in with your thoughts. Check in with the story. Let the eyes open, lean back, uncross the legs, find Bada Kanasana. And find Tadasana here. Lean to your left and take the, hug the right knee into the chest. And then lean to the left, I got ahead of myself there, and find half Virasana in the right leg. And then you're gonna open that knee all the way up to the side. So you're back kind of in this, this wide straddle, but the right leg is in a half Virasana. You're not sitting on the heel's right outside the seat. Flip your left hand up, take it inside the leg, and you're finding a nice side stretch. Right arm reaches up and overhead. You can do this version, or the left hand, palm faces down. You're gonna lift yourself up and slide the hand underneath, right underneath the inner right thigh and touch the back of your right ankle. And then you'll fold your kind of right or your left shoulder inside the left leg and reach the right arm up and overhead. Maybe you catch the foot. If you're here, lean back and take the gaze up and underneath the armpit. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathing out. If you have the foot, take the hand to the mat to lift yourself up. Release the left hand as well. Right knee comes to meet the left. And then lean to the left. Step the foot down and extend the leg long. Hug the left knee into the chest. Lean to the right and take half Virasana. And then open the knee. So you've got this straddle set up. Right hand flips up, comes inside the right leg, and the arm can reach up and overhead. Option one. Or take the palm towards the floor, lift up, slide the hand underneath the inner left thigh, and just place the palm of the hand on the back of your left ankle. And then you'll just fold the torso inside the right leg. The right shoulder comes just inside. Left arm reaches all the way up and over. Maybe you catch the outer edge of the foot. If that's you, lean back, bend the elbow a little bit as you lean back, and look up and underneath the armpit. Stay with your breath. If you have the foot or not, take this left hand to the mat and use it just to help you come up. We're not trying to strain anything. Release both hands. Take the hands behind you. And then I like to take my left hand to the left ankle, move the knee to meet the right, lean to the left, stamp the foot down, and extend the leg long. Find Bada Kanasana. And then fold the right knee towards the left. Come to the front of your mat. Find plank pose. Look forward. Breathe in. Breathe out, lower halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, stay here. Make sure you're not locking out the elbows. Breathe in. Breathe out, lift hips up and back. Downward facing dog. I hope you make noises too in your home practice. You know, live your life. Bring the knees to the mat. Cross ankles behind you and extend the legs long. Hug the right knee into the chest. Open the knee to the side. Frame your left leg with the hands and walk the hands forward any amount for Janu Shirshasana. Let the head fall heavy. No strain in the hamstring. Slowly walk yourself back up to center. Hug right knee into the chest and extend the leg long. Other side, left knee hugs in. Open the knee to the side. Make sure you're sitting up on the seat. Pelvis is slightly tipped forward. Hands frame the right leg and walk forward any amount. No strain in the right hamstring. Let the head fall heavy. Slowly walk yourself up, hug the left knee into the chest, and extend the leg long. Hug the right knee into the chest. I know it's a little bit of like touch and go, and then find half Virasana in the right leg. Both hips are going to sink down. Lean over to the left. Take your right fingertips and take it to the inner seam. I really need better lighting. I can see that you can't really see this. You want to take the right fingertips to the back of like the back crease of your knee, and then pull your calf muscle straight back, and that'll give you some more space, and you'll feel that right hip sink a little bit more. If this is not happening for you, come back to Janu Shirshasana. Walk the hands forward any amount. Keep the hands a little bit wider for this one, so don't try to like frame only the left leg, because we're naturally going to sink onto the left leg. So take the hands a little bit wider and fold any amount here. Slowly walk yourself up, lean to the left, step your right foot down with the bend in the knee, and then extend. Same side, or same thing, left side. Lean to the right, find half Virasana. And then lean more to the right. Take your left fingertips into that back crease of the knee and pull the calf muscle back. Come to sit back down. It's surprising how much space it creates. And I don't even have like big calf muscles at all. Frame the legs with the hands and walk the hands forward any amount. Keep flexing the right foot. I recommend keeping the hands a little bit wide. It's totally normal to sink more to the right side when we're starting out with this one. Let the head fall heavy. Slowly walk the hands back up, lean to the right, keep the bend in the left knee, step the left foot down, and extend the legs long. From here, flex both feet, inner edges of the legs come to touch. Walk the hands forward any amount for Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold with both legs. The hands can come to the thighs, the shins, the ankles, maybe the feet. Let the head fall all the way heavy. And breathe. Take one more cycle of breath, or observe one more cycle of breath here. And then slowly walk your hands back up. Bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the mat, hip width distance. Hands come behind you, fingertips face forward. Lift the hips up, knees come towards the toes. Just a little rinse here. Let the head fall back. Breathing in. Breathing out, lower the hips back to the mat. Extend the legs long. One more thing sitting here. Hug the knee into the chest. You probably know what's coming. Take half Virasana. Once again, move that calf muscle out of the way. Pull it straight back. And then lean back again. Take your left foot to the squat. We did this at the beginning of class. You can come, we're doing Heron's pose again. So bring a block under the seat if you need one, if you want one for this. Otherwise, hands come to the foot. And then lift the leg into the chest and extend the leg any amount. Again, you could go 25%, 50, 75, or straighten the leg all the way. Any variation is perfect, and keep lifting the chest. Breathing in. Breathing out, bend the knee. Step the foot down, lean the hands back, extend left leg long. Lean to the left, step the right foot down, and extend the leg. Other side, hug left knee in. Take it into half Virasana. Move the calf muscle. Lean back and step your right foot down. Maybe you stay here, you know? Maybe you put a block under the seat. Hands come to either side of the foot. And then first, lift the heel and just hug this thigh bone in towards the chest, almost like it's pressing all the way up against the belly. And then, find your seat. Find the pelvis tilting slightly forward. And then you could take it to 25, to 50, to 75. Maybe you straighten the leg all the way. As you do this, keep lifting the chest. As the sternum lifts, the chin will lift. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and bend the knee, breathing out. Step the foot down, extend your right leg long, lean to your right, step the left foot down, extend the legs, holy moly. Point the toes, hands come back behind you, fingertips face forward. Inhale, lift the hips up, incline plank, toes come towards the floor, let the head fall heavy behind you. Breathing in, breathing out, lower the hips to the mat. Lean back and cross the ankles, roll over the feet and come to sit in Virasana with the block between the ankles. Arrive here and just let the hands fall onto the lap, eyes closed. Let the body be still. Let the body be a guide for the mind. Just watch the breath. As you watch the breath, can you notice the thoughts? Can you notice, even on a micro level, even when you're paying attention, can you notice how the thoughts affect your mood, how they affect your emotions, even in the smallest, tiniest way? Bring your attention back to the hands on the tops of the legs and let the eyes open. Come to stand on the knees and squeeze the block between the ankles. If you need to adjust the block, you can. Take the hands to the low back, right at the top of the buttocks flesh, and elbows reach back. Squeeze the block with the feet. Feel the pubic bone reaching down as the tailbone sinks as well. Wiggle the sides of the waistline. Let the sternum float. Let the chin lift. Gaze comes or floats up as well. Just a baby Ustrasana. And then come to center. Touch the block. Move it to the side. And come to lay down on your belly. Start off with the hands behind you, palms face down, inner edges of the feet or the legs pull together, tops of the feet press. Breathe in and lift your head, your chest, and your feet for Shalabhasana. Keep pressing the hands down to the mat. Toes reach back, crown of the head reaches forward. Breathing in, breathing out, and lower. And then reach the arms forward as if the arms were extensions of the ears reaching out of the crown of the head. Again, find the legs. Inner legs pull together, tops of the feet press. Breathe in, reach, lift the arms, lift the head, the chest, and the feet. Shalabhasana, locust pose. Breathing in, breathing out. One more cycle. Inhale, exhale, and lower. Keep the right arm long in front of you and take the left hand behind you. Come to roll on your back. Bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Arms come long, palms face down. Feet are parallel here. Breathe in, lift the hips up. Interlace the fingers underneath you. Feel the wrists pressing down. Feel the forearms pressing down. You can stay here, or you can roll the shoulders underneath the back. And then again, press the wrist and the forearms down. Bridge pose. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in. And release the interlacing of the fingers. Lower the sacrum back to the mat. Heel toe the feet wide and let the knees knock in. Take the hands to the low belly. Just breathe here. Heel toe the feet so that they're hip width distance again. Extend the legs long and extend the arms up and overhead. See if you can find more length between the fingertips and the feet. Reach in opposite directions even a little bit more. And then release, let the feet splay out, bring the arms up and over, palms face up. You can adjust and move the buttock flesh down if you need to. So we want a space underneath the low back, but we don't want it to be so accentuated. We want a neutral spine. So part of this journey of recognizing the thoughts and then seeing how they're tied to our emotions, and then essentially how we feel, and then determine like how we show up in our whole life and how we show up to work, and with our relationships, especially close relationships where we're less guarded. Once we kind of, part of this journey is letting go of the thoughts that are causing certain emotions. How can we, in some ways, create our own destiny? And the way that we can practice this right now in this Shavasana is like how quickly or how easily can you just let go of any muscular engagement, of any tension in the body? Can you be moving, and then just drop the story, drop the thoughts that are keeping you in the place of negativity, maybe? It's okay to be in that place. But what I want you to know is that you have the power to change it when you're ready to. Completely let the body relax. Can you fully just let the bones sink a little bit heavier and deeper within the body, towards the floor, towards your mat? Can you let the belly just completely relax, completely unclench? Can you let the jaw go slack? The tongue gets heavy. The inner corners of the eyes soften. Even the inner ears soften. Can you let yourself completely surrender here in this Shavasana? Slowly bring your attention back to your breath. Bring movements to the fingers and the toes. And bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the mat. Let the knees fall to the right side. Use the arms as pillows here. Keep the eyelids heavy or the eyes closed. As you press through the left hand, let the head be all the way heavy, like a lazy wake up here. And then find a cross-legged position for your seat. Once you've arrived, lean back and put the opposite shin in front. Prop yourself up on a block if you need. Hands rest on the lap. Feel the two sides of the hips sinking towards the floor as you traverse the length of the sides of the bodies all the way up into the armpits. Feel the sides of the neck be long. Feel the crown of the head reaching up towards the ceiling. Is there space here to consider the possibility that the thoughts are not concrete? As you gather your hands to your heart center, gather with it all of your learnings, all of your insights from this 60 minutes. And then take your thumbs to the third eye or the space between your eyebrows as the way to seal your practice. And then just gently scrub the forehead skin down towards the nose with the outsides of the thumbs. Let that action turn the face towards the heart. Namaste. Thanks, gang. I'm going to come chat for a second. I love having you here. I'd love to know who else is on the class besides Alyssa. Thanks for being here tonight. We have class again next week at this time. Class on Thursdays at 11 a.m., Sundays at 11 a.m., all Eastern time, as well as a basics and alignment class. You're welcome, Alyssa. On Thursdays at 6 p.m. Eastern time, which is on Zoom. Get in touch with me one-to-one to get information for that. Please leave a donation for class. If you took class, all of my information is on the side here. You can find me on Venmo or PayPal, and your donations help me continue to host these classes. So thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you soon. Love you guys.